This is a short video about the shape of the book of Daniel. Daniel's life spans two empires. The Babylonian Empire, the first ruler of which is the one that takes Daniel and his friends into exile in Babylon, and then Nebuchadnezzar's descendant Belshazzar. But in the middle of the book there's a big change, because a new superpower takes the place of the Babylonian Empire, and it's the empire of the Medes and the Persians. And this is ruled by Darius Cyrus. Let's zoom in on the story of what happens during Nebuchadnezzar's reign in Daniel. In the first chapter, the students insist on not eating the defiled food. Then we have a dream. It's a dream that Nebuchadnezzar has one night of a great statue that represents different kingdoms. Then Nebuchadnezzar himself builds a great statue and insists that everyone worships that statue. There are those who resist. Then there's another dream, and this is a dream of a tree. And this tree seems as though it's mighty and is going to stand forever, but it's cut down. And then Nebuchadnezzar himself fulfills this dream and experiences a personal revolution, because he realizes that he isn't the King of Kings, the name above all names, but rather that there's another who is in authority over everything, and he's the God who made the heavens and the earth. If only Belshazzar had remembered this important message that had changed Nebuchadnezzar's life. Instead, he dishonored God, and in a dramatic way, God showed how his kingdom was going to be taken away from him and given to another. And the very night that he saw a hand on the wall, his kingdom was given to the Medes and the Persians. And we have one story during the period of the Medes and the Persians, because Daniel was kept in the government and others wanted to get rid of him. But that is the time that famous story of Daniel in the lion's den happens. So the first 6 chapters of Daniel cover the story of 3 kings, and they're shaped in this way. You have a bit of history, then a dream, a history and a dream, then a revolution, then history and history. And that's the story of the first 6 chapters. But at the heart of it is the message that God, the maker of heaven and earth, is the one who is over everything. In the second half of Daniel, it's Daniel himself who has dreams. And these dreams speak not just about the empires that are ruling during Daniel's lifetime, but about the empires of the Greeks and the Romans that are still to come. But in chapter 9 of Daniel, Daniel realizes that God is planning to bring his people home, just as he promised in the book of Jeremiah. And the new king Cyrus orders just this, that the people should go home. The book of Daniel ends with 2 more dreams. Dreams that show that there's a God who is over everything, who's working his plans out. A God who needs to be the center of our lives. A God who wants to bring his people home into relationship with him.